mono blue mill. So our engines for milling are Psychic Corrosion and Drowned Secrets. So if you play a blue spell, they mill 2, and whenever you draw a card, they mill 2. And then at its core, this deck is a blue-white control deck, so we can leverage cards like Seal Away, Ixalan's Binding, Settle the Wreckage, Cleansing Nova, and of course everybody's favorite Planeswalker, Teferi. So the core of this deck is from a MTG Goldfish article. Somebody submitted it to be played, so we're going to start with the MTG Goldfish core, and we'll see if we make changes as we go. I do like that this deck, in comparison to the blue-white artifacts deck that we just played, has more bindings and more Seal Aways in it to have more cheap interaction. Yeah, if there's one thing streaming on Twitch has taught me, it's that people always want to cut cards that keep you alive and add more 5, 6, 7 mana uncastable cards that you just cast and die to your deck. People love not respecting aggro decks and then complaining when they lose to aggro decks. I guess. That's true. The only thing Magic players like more than playing Magic is complaining about Magic. What's going on, gamer? Welcome to a live one. Happy to have you here. Flower, sure. You died on turn 3 in Standard? How does that happen, Mono Red? We in 3, Andy Plays TV. Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This card is going to kill us very quickly. I guess I have a bunch of sweepers in my deck. Tokens is probably an okay matchup for us, right? Like I'm on 4 Cleansing Novas and 2 Settle the Wreckage. There was a WotC team member that indicated that their fix for the 5th card issue is going to be retroactive, which makes sense because they should be able to easily see how many vaults people have opened, historically speaking. In my experience, it goes speculating about Magic, complaining Magic, playing Magic. That seems like a reasonable hierarchy based on my experience with playing Magic. All right, so I'm gonna Radical Idea now because if I draw a Meandering River, I'd like to put it into play tapped or a Memorial to Genius. Hey Jeff, I love your content and I really only watch on YouTube because of work, but I can subscribe to support. Home this morning so I could vote. Could I get some Narset Cannon at some point? Definitely, Recon Bravo team. The last time we played that deck was sweet. It was one of the best sets we have in a while. I appreciate the bits and the subscription. And I'm glad you went out and voted. If you're in the United States, make sure you make a point to go do that today. Our plan of drawing spells so far is not coming to fruition. I got you. Have a good day at work. All right, one more shot at drawing a sweeper next turn. We're only taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Playing more creatures here seems like a punt on their part. It doesn't matter, but we're already pretty dead, and extending more into the board feels bad. Oh, we have another Settle in the board. God bless. Is it a Negate matchup? This might be a Negate matchup, huh? Seal Away, Ixalan's Binding seems kind of bad. I'll do that, I think. Lyra's for, like, the red matchups and other decks that have a lot of flyers in it. Like, this Angel package is for decks that are going to be attacking us in the air. Stroke counters Shalai. What does Stroke get that Negate misses? Negate counters History of Benalia. Always best of 3 Seer Traffic. Almost always. Unless people make a special request for best of 1, it's pretty much always best of 3. Double Cleansing Nova, Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, to be fair, this application could use some distinguishing factors for the deck building screen versus the sideboarding screen. The Drake list with the first strike cards and the first strike and trample card seems really good. Awkward. Yeah, this deck probably never beats the Nexus of Fate decks. I think that's that's just one of the things you like have to understand going into it. I think mission briefing's a little awkward. I think it's pretty expensive for what it does. I feel like mission briefing is too slow against the aggressive decks, and against the decks that aren't aggressive, you have better tools for going over the top of them. That's what it feels like it comes down to. I didn't hold up Settle the Wreckage this turn, because I'd prefer to Cleansing Nova this board, so I don't give them a bunch of land since I already have the Cleansing Nova. Like, obviously, I would settle them if it was Settle or Die, but I'd prefer to try and Cleansing Nova first. Hey, Danon, thanks for the 2-on-3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Why would we want to run a Nexus? What does Nexus do for us? If we hit a land here, it's probably a Concession Nova. If we miss on the land, we're gonna have to settle them. We didn't miss. God bless. Nice deck full of creatures. Bye, friends. It's on character for them, right? Like they slammed into the board wipe last game too. Chat, you can take solace in that no matter how sad your life isn't so sad to the point where you need to make Twitch accounts and then wait for a follow window to happen to post nonsense in someone's chat. At least you're not that hateful. I honestly feel bad for people like that a lot of time. Like, their life has to be pretty miserable for that to be something worthwhile for them to spend their time doing. You have to be following my stream to post in my chat. So whenever you see someone come in here and post nonsense, they didn't just like open the channel and start posting nonsense. They opened the channel, followed the stream, and then waited enough time to be able to post nonsense. Oh, someone asking about bits. Yeah, 1 bit is 1 penny. So 100 bits here is a $1 donation. Hey, Gar Peter, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. What do you think, chat? 3rd time's the charm? Do you want me to up it for today? Nah, 10 minutes is fine. So they're only making 4 tokens if they have their instant speed card again here. And actually, I have Negate for that, right? I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. We're going to mill them out very quickly with 3 of these. But these towards Grixis mid-range will do Paradise Sal. That was standard Grixis mid-range, right? Pretty sure I don't have one of those in Modern, but I should ask. How about this? Is this the concession? What are the stats and the mana cost Andy plays? It'd have to be pretty cheap. Yeah, I think 3 mana is too much. What do you think is the best way to get cards in Arena? The best way to get cards in Arena is by grinding with the most powerful card available to you, the credit card. It's a magical card that will unlock everything you could ever dream of. What's going on, JMP? Oh, JMP, you're one of our longtime Legacy folks. We're gonna do Legacy tomorrow morning for the first league because goalies sent in a lot of democracy. I felt like we could do that. I like how they blow up. I like how they blow up when they go to draw a card, but can't. I'm only doing 1 Legacy deck, JP. I'm doing 1 Legacy deck and then 3 Modern. Excuse me. It doesn't Paradise Sal. I'm gonna have to take a 2-second break after this match and run upstairs and fill my water bottle. I'm gonna grab a tea as well. I'm pretty much over my sickness, but my throat's still getting a little drier, a little faster than normal. So I've been drinking more than usual. What about my mom's credit card? ETA for this Sultai deck, probably about 3 hours. Usually I play each deck for about an hour and a half. I want a white source, but I think I'm happy just keeping a third land. PayPal's like an extension of the credit card. We're definitely going to cycle Radical Idea on turn 2 because we want to give ourselves the best possible chance to hit Settle the Wreckage on curve. Arch of Orazca is their second land on 2 is really good for us. Do you have some history, opponent? You do not. That's incredible for us. All right. I think I'm doing this and then flashing back the Radical ID to try and hit white here. Probably ditch the Settle the Wreckage. I feel like if we win this match, it's not going to be a testament to Mill being good enough. It's going to more so be a testament to you can win with a ham sandwich after... You can win with a ham sandwich after you, like, sweep the opponent's board enough times. It depends on what the blue-black control deck looks like, Darnia. I feel like if you have enough threats and, like, have a bunch of ritualists, such, you probably don't need... Alright, my kingdom for a white source. I should be more specific, chat. Hollowed Fountain when, chat. Hollowed Fountain when.
I am proud to fight by your side.
I don't have any Ixalan's bindings in my deck. This Ajani might be a problem.
Strength.
So I'm taking 9, 10, 11 here. Do I want to go to 3? Is it worth playing Seal Away as a gain 6? I think it is. I think casting this as a gain 6 is appropriate. I did have a negate, that's true. I didn't get punished, but you're right. I probably should have tried to hit negate in response. Yeah, I boarded out the bindings, which might have been a mistake. No, this is game 3.
Look how far you have come.
This thing doesn't ult till 7, right? 2 more turns on that. Looking for a land. Nah, I think if they're bringing back their 2-drop with a Ajani, that's a win for me. I'd rather they do that than keep ticking the Ajani up. Because the Ajani's going to ult next turn at the moment. This is the second blue-white deck today. We started with blue-white artifacts, and then now we're playing this. Sorry, I destroyed your village. Have some land. I'd like to draw an untapped land next turn so I can go Drowned Seeker, Corrosion. Yeah, we might actually just turn into Turbo Mill here. If I hit a land especially, Turbo Mill's like a real possibility. Missing the land there feels really bad. So next turn, I get to drown secrets, plus settle the wreckage. So if they plus the Ajani here, which I'm assuming they're going to, we're going to take 5 down to 2. This might have been a little good. I don't know. I just feel like our only chance to win this game is to get our mill engine going. We die to flourish, sure. I ain't scared. Okay, I'm a little bit scared.
Strength.
$35 cards, all right. JMP with the sub gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate the generosity. Woof. Yeah, I think we're just done so. I think if I would have hit the 7th land the turn after we settled, we would have been in an okay spot to race, but the fact that we missed there is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I guess Legion landing is also very good, right? I think the fact that I missed the land that turn was just like the end of it. Because like they flipped the landing here, and landing plus a Johnny means even if I hit a Nova here, I'm just dead. So just fumbled a little bit too much. I wasn't able. We drew too many of our mill win conditions is basically what happened. I mean, I actually like my opponent's attack there. My opponent's attack there flips their Adanto over, which is good for them. All right, well now I can draw a Cleansing Nova. All right, 2 shots of Cleansing Nova. All right. I'll put the deck list up here really quick. Arena crashed. Alright, I'm gonna load Arena back up, and I'm gonna run upstairs and grab a tea to drink really quick. I'm so excited. I think Christy and I found a house that we liked. We're going back to look at it again. It's gonna have a dedicated office for me. I'm gonna get to mount my lights instead of having them on these awkward stands, and just like have a mini fridge down there and all sorts of great stuff. When do we get to see the new house? And I'll be right back. So the Stream Decker thing is a Twitch thing. It's not an Arena thing. So the way Twitch extensions work, you can only have one Twitch extension in what's called an overlay mode, which means it uses the... My mute thing is weird. All right, I'm not muted, right? I have no idea how the mute icon just got desynced, but it's fine. All right, so the icon, or the Stream Deck thing, is a Twitch thing, not a not an Arena thing, because with Arena we need the overlay to have the full screen, basically. Someone really doesn't like getting milled. I hope, honestly, people keep talking about the 5th card problem, which is an issue, but I hope they figure out the ranking issue before that, honestly. I really want to be able to climb the ladder in a meaningful way so that we can get to a point in the higher ranks where we consistently play against people that care about the rank and don't concede and stuff like that. Because it actually just doesn't matter, Kester, is what is the answer. Need a complimentary timeout, of course, always. My gosh, I've waited 65 seconds and I still haven't found a match. As a millennial, this long, unbearable wait is just intolerable to me. Will they have things like the challenge? I have no idea, Waterfalls. When you buy packs, if you need cards for your deck... Wait, what? What? Did it give up? Was that it? But did it give up? I think it gave up. Hoglands, my hero, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. And then it queued instantly. I wonder if there was some kind of bug because my opponent conceded. Or waiting for a vintage match, right? Seems pretty good. We might get to turbo mill them. Hey, Transcendence 3, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. I appreciate you supporting mine this month with that. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we get to go Corrosion into Corrosion, tapped land into Chemister's Insight, and we're gonna bury their deck very quickly. Tilt. Oh, weird. They canceled during matchmaking. The fact that I didn't get to Corrosion this turn probably means that if their draw is at all aggressive, I'm gonna have a hard time milling them while they race me. We're definitely gonna need to draw some lands and some sweepers here, ideally. Need to hit a land here. Perfect. So that was not ideal, but it's better than missing, so I've got that going for us. I would like the record to reflect, because people always comment, this is unsweetened tea. It is not Jack Daniels. Occasionally Twitch chat drives me to drink, but that day is not today. think we're just dead. Like, have to hit a sweeper, basically, right? He'd, like, land Nova. That's what someone who fills a pure leaf bottle with Jack would say. Yeah, I'm almost completely better. All right, so we're gonna take a lick for 6 to 8 this turn, and then next turn we get to settle the wreckage, so that's good. Depending on how this election goes, I might be having a Jack Daniels day. No, I'm running Arena the same way I run Magic Online, which is using wine technology. So I wasn't drunk on Dayquil. I just, like, my normal filters were just, like, kind of turned off because I was fed up. Drinking Jack and streaming wine. The Hogland special. So if our opponent has a brain, they're going to play around this settle, so please be stupid. I guess they could play around the seal away too. Oh, I can't even do that. I'm just gonna like die to a lightning strike here, aren't I? Yeah, this is just like a phenomenal example of like why Settle the Wreckage is just like incredibly awkward. Kill me. No, the only alcohol that I drink is like fruity alcohol. Honestly, I think I'm supposed to just trim some of these mill cards in this matchup. Just have more interaction. Yeah, I don't drink terribly often. The alcohols that I consume most often are generally variation of Mike's Hard Lemonade, and then occasionally there's these like frozen slushy type things you just like put in the freezer and you pop out and it's like a pre-made frozen drink. Those are pretty decent too. But like both of those are like more sugar than alcohol. That's great, Jacko Girl. I think I'm honestly just binning this. I'm not sure how much more we're gonna play of this one. This deck just feels like bad blue-white control, honestly. Oh, that was wrong. I shouldn't have played that land, so I'm gonna draw a tapped land. Yep. I didn't realize I was playing Chart, of course. I should have charted before I played my land, because the Meandering River should be in play now. So, like, now I have to choose between, like, playing a 4-drop on 4 and playing a 5-drop on 5. Which feels pretty bad. Pretty big sequencing mistake there on my part. Yeah, they're called daily something. Modern Apprentice. Alright. Love me a land screwed opponent in the morning. I think Challenger's a good card. It seems very reasonable. I had a couple of copies of him in a couple of the decks that I'd worked on. No, Kicker's an effect that you pay for while it's on the stack. And Kicker is an additional cost to play, not a comes into play cost. My sequencing here has been really sloppy. I guess it's not too sloppy because this lets Psychic Corrosion mill them. It was an issue with the pairings, system snap, bolt snap. It like queued me in and then my opponent must have unqueued or something or disconnected or something along those lines. Goodbye, friend. Maybe I shouldn't give them a fourth land. I don't know. I feel like with Teferi and Nova and Shalai, I'm like in a fine spot. Just like give them a land and not care. Rude. I have no idea, Repo. So I'm gonna Chemister's Insight here, and then because they're killing my enchantment, I think I might actually Nova to kill their Ixalan's Binding next turn, so I can get my Teferi back. Yeah! Yeah! I love modal spells, chat. Modal spells are great. Whoop. Bye, friends. This is a Concession Nova? Usually, that's not the mode that Concession Nova has against aggro. They'll do in a pinch, you know? Ah, sequencing. Yeah, I agree. The Golgari matchups can be tough for the little Boros decks, but honestly, with Honor Guard, it's probably not even that bad. Honor Guard's pretty good against the Boros decks that have been successful. Gosh, that's rude. I have so many Demystifies, chat. It's a good thing I have this Teferi to win the game with. Yeah, Seal Away looking fantastic against this Phoenix. Remember that time I said these mill cards just made us a bad blue-white deck? Just win with Angels here. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is going to be our last. I'm going to play this match out to its conclusion so people can see it play out, but I think my takeaway here is that we're just playing bad blue-white mid-range. They take the heat off the enchantment removal. You're technically correct, which one could argue is the best kind of correct. I don't actually know what I'm drawing to right now. I kind of have all the cards I want in play.
No time for a break.
Old smush. This is quite the power couple. You draw for the sake of drawing. That's true. I definitely draw for the sake of drawing. Casual 27. NBD. No big deal. I don't know. I honestly don't know that there's going to be a mill deck in this format that isn't just a bad something else. It's probably just likely that it just isn't viable. Bad versions of blue-red spells, yep. It's a neat idea, but my goal while playing decks on the stream isn't just to play neat ideas, it's to take ideas that seem potentially neat and then talk about whether or not they feel viable as a competitive option.
I won't let you win.
And like how it relates to other things. And I think that's something a lot of people in their brewing fail to do a lot of the time. I think too many people work on things that are just worse versions of something else.
Let's skip to the good part.
Honestly, like, Teferi's so good that just, like, maybe you could play a couple of mill cards for, like, breaking a control mirror. Or, like, as a finisher, basically. But I definitely think, like, having 8 mill cards in this deck seems like some nonsense. Casual 36. Is there a sub? There is a sub gift badge. It's only one badge. It's the same badge regardless of how many you gifted currently. Hopefully they change that at some point though. Yeah, I agree. What this deck is doing, just like, if there were just like Lyras in the main or other win conditions, it would just probably just be better. If they block this, I'm going to Cleansing Nova and then play another Lyra, because why not? I love the angel animations are so fantastic. And we're down a game, right? So I have to play one more. This is, I feel like whenever I see a new player complain about control being unfun or a terrible archetype, I feel like they play like my current opponent is playing. You know why control is miserable? Because people don't know when to concede. Control is an archetype that's different from a lot of other archetypes in Magic where when the game is over while you're playing a control deck, your opponent's not actually dead. Like, my opponent's gonna keep taking game actions here. That's great. They killed my Lyra, I guess. But like, they can't win this game. And it's probably incredibly frustrating to play this game from the other side, but the reason why it's frustrating is because they don't understand that they can't win anymore. Thank you for the sub gift, for gifting that sub out, Paradise Cell, to you, Silver. Hey, appreciate that. Sheriff McLaw Dog, thank you for re-upping for the second month in a row. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah. As I've been frequenting the Arena subreddit since I started playing Arena, and there are a lot of people on there that fit what I just described. They just don't understand when the game is over, and they should concede.
No time for a break.
Oh look, I'm gonna win by milling, chat. I believe if you look in your list of Twitch notifications, it should show you in there who sent it out. Yeah, that's fair, Jekyll Girl, but like it's pretty obvious like what my win cons are at the moment, right? Just gonna keep moseying along here. I think I'm happy with how we did. Thanks to you, I can confidently concede when the game is actually over instead of officially over. Yep. Do I want more bindings in my deck? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna put more bindings in my deck and just like cut these last 2 Drowned Secrets, just lean on Corrosion. Because again, the mill plan seems kind of clunky and awkward, just like not worth 8 slots. Mana's awkward, but mana's gonna be awkward in this deck. I've got Cleansing Nova. My cut the line donations are big, Gabriel points. If you want to jump the people that have been waiting and are queued up for today already, it's a $100 donation. If you'd like to re-add straight blue-white control to the queue for later, subs can add new decks to the queue for $10 as always. This is a pretty aggressive start here. We're gonna need to seal away ASAP. Keep in mind that you are welcome and encouraged to criticize my play, but you need to be constructive and specific about it. If you're just like, hey, Hogland, you messed up, and you don't tell me why and how I messed up, you're gonna get a 10-minute break. Awesome, Manashine. Go to the phone. They even give you stickers, chat. Come on, it's the one socially acceptable time that you can wear a sticker as an adult. Go get your sticker. I think we're dead. I think we have died. I have the Psychic Corrosion though, so I've got that going for me. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure. So like, one of the things that Magic does when they design sets, this is a good thing in my opinion, is that they design their sets in a way that steer people towards certain colors and color combinations in between set releases, right? So like while we're waiting for the Azurius Guild in the next set, blue-white's just gonna struggle. We just like don't have the good tools, we don't have good mana, and as far as like the details of this deck is concerned, I feel like I just put 8 bad cards in my otherwise reasonable blue-white control deck, close to reasonable blue-white control deck, and I think this just like isn't ideal. So gonna be it for Blue White Mill for today. I think this was kind of a miss for me in terms of like how competitive it is. If you're really looking to mill people, I guess this is fine, but like I said, I think it felt kind of clunky and bad from a strictly optimal standpoint. I don't think I would be interested in playing this again. Pun's just a timeout. The bot doesn't ban anyone permanently.